You see everything that happened to MLK, everything. Some of it internal because he writes about it, some of it external because people are observing. One of the sections that really lays out what it was like is a 4-year stretch where Dr. King and other black people would try to go and get served in restaurants that were segregating black people and weren't allowing them to get food. They would walk into the restaurants, they would sit down, dressed to the nines, and they would get denied service. They would get kicked out, they would get cursed at, spat on. Oftentimes they were beaten, right? Leave with concussions, bleeding. They'd go home, they'd wash up, they'd come back, they'd do it again. Go home, wash up, do it again. Go home, wash up, and do it again. And now when we talk about it, we go, well, they did the right thing because look how it turned out. Yes, but when you read his life, you go, it wasn't inevitable. There was no guarantee that it was going to work. There was no sign that it was working. And yet, they persevered. And when I was looking through his life and when I was reading his works and I was looking, I was like, was there ever a moment when he regretted? Was there ever a moment when he regretted what he had gone through, what he was doing? Like when he tasted white people's food for the first time? No, because you realize until that point it was theoretical, right? Black people had never been served in these establishments. They only wished to be served in these establishments. But they had never eaten there. Right? They would just sit down at the counter. And the owner would come and be like, God damn it, I told you I don't want your kind around here. Get out of here, boy. And he'd be like, oh, my brother, I have a dream. I have a dream that one day, regardless of the color of our skin, all people will be allowed to sit here, our brothers and sisters, black and white alike, and America will come good on its promise that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day, oh, shut up. You've won. They changed the laws. Look at the TV. Here's your food. Thank you very much. Oh, shit. Now I have a new dream. I have a new dream that one day white people will discover seasoning. And I have a dream that they will no longer consider black pepper to be a spice. I have a dream that we will all come together to defeat the real white devil, mayonnaise. Can you imagine how awkward it must have been? That first walk after that first meal. Martin and his boys walking into the parking lot. Dead quiet. For this shit, Martin? For this shit, Martin? I'm so sorry, fellas, I didn't know. God damn it, Martin, you had them whipping our ass for this shit? Did you taste that food? I thought it was delicious. That's why I thought they were blocking us. I apologize, fellas. I'm so sorry, fellas. My bad. God damn it, Martin, that shit tastes like depression, man. Is this the shit we've been fighting for? I'm so sorry, everybody. I'll make it up to y'all. I'll buy everybody Popeyes on the way home. Who will you be? The French don't play that game. You guys have been so much fun tonight, Detroit. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. You know, proved me right. This is why you go to Detroit, you know? No, for real. It's like an amazing audience. Beautiful, diverse. And the city's been cool, too. We've been seeing a few things here and there. I had a fight with my friend, Dave. He directs these specials, and he said to me the one day, he's like, yo, dude, what are you doing during the day? And I was like, oh, might go eat, might do something. He's like, dude, why don't we go, check out all the museums in Detroit? I was like, maybe, one. And he's like, what do you mean, one? I was like, yeah, well, I'm not all. What do you mean, all? He's like, dude, have you been here before? You know how many amazing museums they got? I'm like, yes, but it's still a museum. I'll do, one, and that's it. Like, I don't have that much stamina. I can't do as many as you, right? And he's like, well, what do you mean you can't do as many as me? How do you know? I was like, dude, because you're white, like, you enjoy doing that. I was just joking. I was just teasing him. I just tease him. He got so offended so quickly, right? He's like, what did you say? I was like, no, because he's like, dude, white people don't, like, love museums. Like, what are you even talking about? Like museums aren't even in the top 5 things white people love, okay? He said it with such confidence and with such conviction. I was like, what is the top 5? Because what a strange phrase. He was like, that's not even in the top 5. Like, in his bedroom, he has a list on the wall of the top 10 things. It was amazing. I thought about it and I was like, no, it is. I stick with my decision. Museums would be. Because no, it's not even a bad thing. White people love museums. Like, a lot of people enjoy museums, but white people love museums. Love museums. There's not a single place on earth where white people have settled and not built a museum. It doesn't matter. White people love museums. Have you ever seen white people in a museum? Have you ever seen them? They just walk around smiling with their hands behind their back. Yep, that was us. And that was us too. It's been a good run. White people love museums. What are you talking about? It would easily be in the top. I wouldn't put it at number 1, but it would be in the top 5. You know? Yeah, I thought about it. I was like, if I was to have a top 5 things white people love, I'd put museums at number 5. At number 4, I'd put swimming. Right? Because white people love swimming. And there's nothing wrong with that. Have you seen white people swim? Like, you look stunning. Stunning. Because whenever white people swim, you do that thing with your hair, you come out of the water just like... and it just goes perfectly back like a duck. I would love swimming too. White people love swimming. White people love swimming so much that they made it that you can win more medals at the Olympics swimming than any other discipline. Yeah, that's how much white people love swimming. I realized this the one day. There was an argument going on about who the greatest Olympian of all time is. Right? And the final 2 was Michael Phelps and Usain Bolt. And then one of the arguments was, well, Michael Phelps is better because he has more medals. And I was like, yeah, because he cheated. Yeah, he won them swimming. I'm not saying Michael Phelps is not a great Olympian. I'm just saying you can't count the medals in the argument, right? Because in swimming, it's the only discipline where you win more medals for doing the same thing in a slightly less efficient manner. It makes no sense. Think about it. They'll be there. It's like 100-meter freestyle. Bam. The one silver lining of this whole situation is that now would be the perfect time for an alien invasion. There's no good time. I think we can all agree on that. But if I had to pick a time, I would say this is the best time. Yeah. Because if aliens invade, it's not going to be good for us. Right? We know we don't stand a chance. If they can travel through space-time, our weapons mean nothing. We're probably just going to annoy them with our guns. Pew, 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 pew. You know, they're going to get here, and we've seen how it turns out, right? They fly in, they're going to blow everything up. We've watched Independence Day. We know how this happens, right? Yeah, and even if Will Smith helps, he can only slap like 1 at a time, you know? So what do? I think about it all the time. Genuine. I think about alien invasions all the time. It is my Roman Empire. Like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Well, I never used to think about this. Like, when I lived in South Africa, this was nowhere in my mind. But in America, it's a real thing. Yeah, because when aliens come, this is where they're gonna come. Yeah, they're gonna fly here. They come straight to Washington, D.C., blow up the White House. And they go to other countries, you know, they go to London, blow up Big Ben. You know what time it is. And they fly to other landmarks, blow everything up. I know, it's an issue. America first. I get it. Yeah. When I was in South Africa, this is something I never thought about, ever. Because I knew when aliens invade, they're gonna go, they're gonna blow up the world. But the one place they don't go is Africa. Yeah, you've seen the movies. They never invade Africa. I used to watch those movies all the time, and I'd wait. In the movie, the president would come and be like, citizens of Earth, aliens are invading our planet. Then you'd see the aliens invade, and then you'd be like, wait, I guess Africa's not on the planet? What is happening? They never invaded. Can you think of a single movie where they invaded Africa? No. What? District 9. No. And screw you for trying to mess up my special. Sitting up there in the balcony like a king. District 9, I tell you. Off with his head. No. District 9, it's a good attempt, but no. If you remember the plot of District 9, the aliens didn't invade Africa. The aliens crash landed in Africa. And then they spent the rest of the movie trying to escape. Because we don't mess around. Hollywood is so messed up. And it's just like, what's the worst thing that could happen to aliens? What if they were trapped in Africa? Aliens never invade, man. They don't invade Africa. They just never did. I used to think it was because they felt bad for us. Yeah, because as a kid, I used to love watching those movies. I still love watching them now. But as a kid, I loved those movies. Anything with aliens, I was there. And my mom, she would give me she'd make me like a big bowl of popcorn at home, and we would sit on the couch together, and she'd watch all of those movies with me. Not, she hated them, but it said parental guidance, and she took that very seriously. Like one day she was walking past, and then it was like, we recommend parental guidance for this film, and she was like, I gotta watch this, and then she did it every movie going forward. I would have to run and call her sometimes. The show would just start randomly on TV, and they'd be like, and I'd be like, Mom! Mom! And then she'd come in and be like, what? They would need you to guide me. Yeah, but then like 5 minutes in, I feel like I was guiding my parental, because she would sit there, and then the whole movie she'd be like, what's happening, Trevor? Who are they? Who are these people? Why are they doing this? What's going on here? I'd be like, Mom, I'm with you. I'm with you. I started this movie with you. So she would make me like a big bowl of popcorn, and we'd sit there, and then the movie would start, and the alien invasion, they'd be like, aliens are invading Earth. And the aliens would fly, and you see them blowing everything up, and I'd be there with my popcorn like, first world problems. I genuinely thought, I was a little kid. If you ask me, like, how come you never see them in Africa? I was like, oh, because they feel bad. I thought the aliens felt bad for Africa. You know, there'd be the ship that would fly over each continent to blow it up. And then there'd be one over the African continent, 2 aliens in the cockpit, like, prepare to launch photon lasers. You get ready on your command. 3, 2, 1. Wait, hold on. I think we already did this continent. I think we've been here. Negative. We've never been here before. Blow it up. What am I blowing up? Look at this shit. Something already happened. What the hell's going on here, dude? What am I supposed to blow up? Who did this? I don't know. Checking now. Beep, 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 beep. It says it was the British. Yeah! Take that, Great Britain. Hashtag never forget. Now, those alien movies, man, they made my day, but they terrified me. Because every time it didn't go well. The aliens fly in, they conquer the Earth. We win by luck because it's a movie, but in real life, I don't know. It's not good. We have no chance. If aliens invade, we have no hope. Or at least we had no hope.